Good morning, everyone. It is stupid o'clock here. It's like 5:20. I need to apologize for my absence. My older brother was killed in a car accident, so I took some time for that. Today we're going to make a Christmas card. I apologize for starting off that way, but I needed to address the elephant in the room, which is why I've been gone. So let's put together a Christmas card. I got this adorable little stamp set on AliExpress. It has a sweet little gingerbread person and this little snowman, and then the sentiments are sending you winter wishes and gingerbread kisses. Let it snow elsewhere, because I'm not a big fan of snow. And then this one has have a spicy sweet holiday, and this one says have the coolest of holiday. I'm going to stamp this one on the inside. I've already stamped this let it snow elsewhere on this panel. I used shaded lilac. Yes, all around the edges, and came in and lightly went around the page. I didn't want a whole lot of blending. I just wanted a little bit of color to kind of go with the inner panels that I'm using. I'm using this piece behind my little shaker window. This is a stamp that I'd gotten year before last, I believe it was, and I think I got it on eBay, but it's just a stamp, and I wanted to make a shaker window out of it, kind of like a snow globe. So I just used a circle die and cut out the size that I needed. It's a 2.5-inch circle. And then this little piece came out off of a 6x6 paper, and it's in its fullness. It's supposed to look like snow in the background. Some of the bigger pieces have snowflakes. So yeah. On the inside from that same 6x6, well, first off, I'm using a top fold card base. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. Then I have 2 panels that's going to go on the inside. This came from that same 6x6 paper pad, and currently I couldn't tell you which one it was, because I removed most of my 6x6 papers and just kind of organized them in categories like by season. So that's just what I did with them, because I'd had them so long that the probability of you just being able to go to the store and get them is not real high unless you get them at Tuesday morning, which is where I've bought most of my 6x6 papers. This is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this inside white piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Yes. This panel, I forgot what I cut it at, so let me tell you, because this has been laying on my desk meaning to be filmed for about a week and a half. I cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. I stamped and colored and fussy cut, was looking for words, the little snowman. Then I used glossy accents on his eyes and his little buttons. I probably won't use my extra heart. I don't know, I might, since this little guy has one. And this bottom spot, I colored it black, and then I put 4 little white dots on it, like a little button would be. He's going to go on the outside. Then I got out some of these little bling snowflakes that I got at Dollar Tree, which they have again this year, and they just have a little glue dot on the back. And then I had from a button set that I got at Tuesday morning, it had these little snowflake cabochons in it, so I thought I would put these two in the shaker window, and maybe one or two of these guys in the window. I don't know yet. Otherwise, they'll be on the outside because I want to keep it pretty clean. I put 2 layers of foam on the back, and then for the inside of my shaker, I have this little white and clear, it's a miniature sequin mix, but I also have these little guys. These are little bling that's used to decorate fingernails. I ordered these on AliExpress. You get a bunch of them for just pennies, and they're just beautiful. Look at the shine on them, and they look equally as pretty in a shaker window. Now granted, I'm not going to use a whole lot of them in the shaker window, but I am going to use a few. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this guy so I can put the inside together because my glossy accents are still kind of drying on this guy. So I'm going to try to not disrupt him any more than I have to. I'll just glue him straight down on the front. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue and my ATG to put it together. I know here in Oklahoma, the governor's race has just gotten nasty, and it's not called for. Granted, if it's something that could affect all of us, I think it needs to be talked about, but I don't think they need to be so degrading and just ugly, absolutely ugly. That's what really bothers me about elections. I won't talk about politics anymore, but I hope you all vote as well. I know I'm getting well, I'll leave it at that. I'll just say that because I don't want my channel to be about politics. And I don't want people bickering in the comments or trying to bicker with me or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's not necessary for people to be so personally ugly to other people. We all need to remember that we are all human beings one way or the other, regardless of what our political affiliation is. I think we should still be able to have a conversation. Because without conversation, you can't have growth. And if you can't communicate with one another, then how can one possibly understand the beliefs of another? I think that people forget that. I think people forget that we are humans and we have feelings, and that's unfortunate. And naive is not something that would be used to describe me, so... Oh, no. Did I put that down crooked? Or, yeah, I put it down crooked. I can see it at the top. Let's see if I can straighten it up some. It's a little too far to the left, but I think it'll be alright. I love that paper that I'm using in the back, and I just hate that I'm covering it up, but... what do you do? I could have stamped on it, I guess. I'm going to use my powder tool on the inside of this little window. And I'm not using the little brush one. I'm using this little bag one that I made, because it tends to work better in these windows than... I'm afraid my little gems are going to get lost down here at the bottom, so I think I'm going to have to put some more foam right there. What I do like about the way that these little gems were shipped to me is they came in this little resealable bag, which is helpful. Where's my little spoon? There it is. Again, right in front of me. And because I think it's foolish to buy one of those overpriced little scoops that you can order from different places, I just use a measuring spoon. Because some things, they're just getting out of control with charging stupid amounts to people just because they can. And maybe I'm the only one that has that opinion, but I don't think I am. Something I like about these little snowflakes is they're really iridescent. So the light reflects off of them really beautifully. Oh, now the glue is free flowing. Thanks. Let's put it down here, because I don't want them side by side. Peel that one off. This one up. This one back. And then how do I want this? I put too much in there. I think it'll be okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to put some glue around the outer edge of this. Well, if I can get it to come out again. This bottle is so low. One day I'm going to get through the rest of this bottle. It just goes so far, which is a great thing. And I wasn't worried about using a lot because it's in the middle. It's not going to squish out everywhere. Card base. How pretty is that? And those little pieces will, or those little gems will just get worked in there the more I shake it. And the light will just bounce off of them. I think they're so beautiful. I just can't help but sit and stare at them when I use them. Alright. I'll see if I can glue my little snowman down without sticking my thumb in the glossy accents that are not quite dry yet. Because I didn't think about doing them until this morning, which is silly, but what do you do? It's already done. I want this little guy kind of... See, I almost stuck my finger in it, not thinking. There, he's so cute. The base of this, I just used a silver gel pen to color it. Add a little extra glue to these guys. They usually stick really well. But since it's going through the mail, I just like to be sure that it's not going to come apart going through the mail, because the USPS is not nice to packages. It's not nice to envelopes, which amazes me. You know, those people get paid really well, and some of them don't even work full 8-hour days. I mean that in the literal sense, in that they don't work 8 hours in a day, but they have to work 6 days a week. So it works itself out. But they get paid so well that I don't understand why they act like they can't stand being there, you know, by being so terrible to packages. I had to order a replacement mirror for my car because, well, I broke mine. Long story. When I got it, the package was a third opened, and it was just destroyed. But the box, there was no denying what was in the box. It was factory sealed, and it didn't look like it was a refurbished, you know, use it on something else box. But there was printing all over the outside of the box as to what the contents of the box were. It was destroyed. I was so grateful that it was still in one piece when I opened it up. I think since I'm adding all these snowflakes, I'm not going to go ahead and add an extra heart. I'm just going to let the one on his little belly work. Now let's put it up here. There we go. Cute. There. The only other thing I have to do is write on the back of it who made it and when it was made. But other than that, it's all done. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.